Hello, Aries. This is Kamara with the Black Dove Oracle, and welcome to your next 30 days reading. This reading, I recommend that you check out your sun sign, your moon sign, also your rising sign. If you don't know how to find those, you can look up a free chart, something like Cafe Astrology, something like that. It'll tell you everything you need to know in terms of what signs are that are prominent in your natal chart. So, Aries, let's get to your reading. Okay. So, what we're going to cover in this brief 30-day reading is first, we're going to get some of the energy of what that 30 days will look like. And this is timeless. So, whenever you encounter this reading, it's right for you. So, we're going to get we're going to get that overall message and energy. Then we'll check out your relationships, we'll check out your career, finance, and then a message from your future self. Okay, so why don't we go to Aries, the overall energy, overall message for Aries for the next 30 days. I hope you're doing well. If you are a subscriber, thank you so much for returning and supporting my channel. I really appreciate it. Okay, so Aries, the overall energy that you have is the Three of Air. This would be Three of Swords. Overall energy for the month. So you may be dealing with some kind of disappointment. You may be dealing with some kind of third party issue. Those are possibilities. You also could just be getting over that, or something of that nature is on your mind. It doesn't mean that you're currently going through it, but maybe you're being reminded of something during this time. But let's see. We have the Queen of Swords. We have the Nine of Wands. Let's get one more card for you. What's happening for Aries? You have Three of Pentacles and Eight of Cups in reverse. Excuse me. Okay, so Aries, kind of what I thought. You're trying to be, you all, let me take a sip of water because I could feel like a cough coming on. Yeah, I took a break and went and got something to eat. So I think I'm just dealing with that. Okay, so Aries, what I'm seeing here is that you, in the next 30 days, you're really kind of taking stock of some kind of past experience. It doesn't have to be in a way distant past. Maybe for some of you it is. But it's just you're thinking about a past relationship, one that you could have worked with this person. You could have you could have worked with these people I'm seeing. So for some of you, there was definitely a third party situation. It looks like you and two other people. You might have worked with these people, or these two people might have worked with each other when some kind of affair happened. Um, I could see that you're reflecting on having to like leave that relationship, how the relationship ended. Um, you're still maybe even trying to heal from the wounds of that. I think you've been really trying to be in a Queen of Swords energy, which is, just giving your attention to things that you feel deserve your attention. But, I could tell here there's still a lot of woundedness, and maybe in the next 30 days this will be on your mind for some reason. Huh. Let's see if there's anything else before we move to relationships. Because this is already kind of about relationships, but anything else? Yeah, you see the lovers are in reverse. Hmm. Spirit is showing Eight of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck in reverse. I think for some of you, this could have ended up being a really messy divorce that cost a lot of money. You all could have taken it there when you ended the relationship. If it wasn't a divorce, it was like having to pull apart your finances that were shared. Um, yeah, I think a lot of this was disappointing because I'm just keep looking at this card here. I really feel like two people, maybe the three of you at some point felt like good friends, maybe good neighbors. But then later you find out that your partner, your spouse, um, got involved with this person. And so, yeah, that's a specific story, but it might belong to someone. Okay, so that's on your mind. Let's go to relationships and see what's happening there. I mean, that's kind of already talking a little bit about relationships, but let's go to Aries in the next 30 days. What's happening relationship wise next 30 days? Yeah, you have the 7 of Pentacles, 6 of Wands, 8 of Cups. You're working really hard on something. Hmm. You know, I would say it's work, but I actually believe it's the relationship. Hmm. Spirit is saying for a few of you, this is not everyone, but you tried to work it out with your partner. Maybe there was just a lot that you all had invested in each other. And maybe this partner was making it sound like, hey, this was just a one time thing, a mistake. And I'm kind of getting here, Aries, that you might have like worked really hard to try to bring trust back into the relationship. Um, but you're starting to see, this is why it's been on your mind, that this is not going to work. And Spirit is saying it could be one of two things. One is that you just really can't bring yourself to forgive the breach in the relationship. Others, you may feel like that affair is not totally over. So, I mean, Aries, you are making a decision to leave. And you know, 8 of Cups is often after you've put in some really honest, good, hard work. It wasn't like you just gave up. It was more of like you came to a conclusion out over some time. Hmm. Sorry to hear about this, Aries, but you know, take it where it resonates. Some of you, this is a long time relationship, like a marriage. For others of you, this is more new. Yeah, we have a Queen of Wands. We have the Moon. Yeah, and we have the Nine of Swords. Yeah, whoever you were with, Aries, this person was really successful, very good at what they did. But I kind of got a sense that they were always in a Wands energy. Queen of Wands, King of Wands, these are the single folks of the royalty. They're very good looking, very charming, very compelling, often very sensual and exexual. So these are the kind of people that are constantly have people throwing themselves at them. So to be in a relationship with this kind of energy means you have to have a really thick skin. There has to be enough trust. And I think for a while that might have worked for you, Aries. You were able to kind of, have a strong belief in your relationship with this person, but you started to understand that some things were being hidden from you. And in the end, I think you just refuse to be this person's victim. You're like, no, I'm good. And you had to call it. You had to call it. Um, or you will have to call it, whatever the timeline is, because you're not waiting anymore. The hangman is turned upside down. So you are deciding to leave. There's some kind of leaving motion. Some of you may have a small child, a son, or a small child. It doesn't have to be gender wise, but somebody you really love, someone who's so cute, so cute. Um, this child really loves their parents. So, if you are married, you have a beautiful child, very sweet, just so innocent. Um, but now you're needing to be in more of a Queen of Swords energy, which is how we're going to wrap this up. How are we going to, let's talk about the finances. Let's talk about who's keeping what. Might be talking about who's going to keep a house. Um, you're really bringing your sword to these conversations, meaning you're no nonsense in these conversations. And I think that's going to end up being very helpful for you. Um, so in the next 30 days, I'm sorry to say, some of you may be, separating from someone or divorcing or, splitting the household. Okay. Let's go, Aries, to your career. Okay, next 30 days for the career. Whoa, that fell out. Next 30 days for the career for Aries. You have 5 of Swords. You have 5 of Wands. And you have Temperance. Aries, I think you're looking at what is still the best way to make the separation happen. And you're starting to realize that any choice that you decide that benefits yourself is ultimately going to hurt someone else. But I think you're realizing here that in the community that you're part of, maybe this is a family you're part of, family, community. I kind of get that it's a close knit one. You're just going to have to take a more balanced approach. You're not going to hide that your relationship is ending, but you're not also going to be out discussing it with everyone. So I think it's going to be a real tender time for you, because you're going to have people in the community asking you about it. And I know this is the career part, but I guess you might work with a whole bunch of people. Maybe you work with families at a family business. There's something here where people that you work with know that you're going through a separation, maybe in a divorce, take it where it resonates. And yeah, it's causing a lot of, unfortunately, there's a little bit of chaos because, the spouse that might have cheated on you, along with someone that you both work with. I mean, you all might all work together. So it's a sticky situation because you're having to pull out of a business that you share, possibly with a spouse, a partner, um, and the person that they're having an affair with. Yeah. So career wise, things are a little bumpy. You may not even be able to focus on work. You're you're kind of looking for other opportunities right now. This Four of Cups. You're trying to like focus on what would make you happy. Yeah. And at the same time, you really want some justice. So you may be pursuing some monetary uh, compensation for some of this. Like, I mean, not that you can get compensation from someone having an affair on you, but you could decide to sell your portion of the business and leave, and you're looking to do that in a very legal way. You have Knight of Wands here. Yeah, there's a part of you, Aries, that I think just wants to get away from it all. You know, some of you do have a dog that you're very close to, and that dog, you're like, this dog is mine. And you may just find yourself needing to get away for a while, going to your favorite places in nature. Um, it's hard to say why this is coming up for career, other than you need to take some time off for yourself. And it's been a real difficult situation. I think a lot of people around you understand that, and they're realizing it may take a while for all of this to get settled. Let's look at your finances, because Spirit already gave a peek that you're going to be seeking some kind of financial compensation. Maybe you're going to leave the business. Um, let's see what happens. What's happening for Aries financially? Yeah, the Wheel of Fortune. Actually, this is going to be a good choice that you make. It's going to put you on top of the wheel. And the wheel is showing up as positive for you here. Uh, let's see what else Spirit has to say. Aries and finances. Ooh, yeah. Got a lot of cards here. Yeah, I think you're going to focus financially. You need to just focus on dissolving legally any kind of partnerships. That's really going to benefit you, because it's going to keep you from being so much in a Nine of Wands energy. Like, I mean, the Nine of Wands energy is not a bad energy to be in. It just means that you've survived maybe something really traumatic. You're still standing. And here it is. It's like, I think you're going to be that bigger person, but you are also going to be about your business, Aries. You're like, I want a check written for this amount because I'm leaving this business. I think you are really looking at how the family is going to have to proceed financially. And I think in the end, you are taking a more kind of nurturing energy. You're really reaching out to your ex-partner in a way, like there's something about you being just emotionally generous at this time. Um, because I don't know if things are going well for your ex-partner. I don't think that they are being left in a situation that's really stable for them. You know, like just because you have an affair with someone doesn't make them the right person for you. And maybe at one point, this person thought maybe this is the right situation for me. And I don't know, Aries, Spirit is saying No, your partner, you're starting to see that they are better off being a single person. Even if they were married to you for a while, they've always had a bit of a Queen of Wands, King of Wands energy, meaning they never even acted married in the relationship. They were kind of like a single spouse. They would make decisions without, you know, working with you or consulting you. I mean, different marriages have different arrangements, but often when you're married, if you're going to take off somewhere on a trip or make a big purchase, you would be running that by your partner, right? But this person kind of had traits like that. They didn't check in with you. They kind of just made their own decisions, did their own thing. And especially if you all had fights, they would just leave, like go out of the country or something. Like they didn't really work in the marriage as a partnership. Yeah. So financially, you're being shown that it would be better for you to legally dissolve your connection with this person. And I kind of get that your ex-partner has means, so it's not impossible to do. And it's giving you an opportunity, Aries, to maybe focus on something you've always wanted to do and get out of the family business or whatever it was. Okay? So let's go to the last message, which is a message from your future self. Your future self has already been through this. So in the next 30 days, we're asking your future self, what advice does your future self have for you, Aries, in these next 30 days? Page of Swords, Five of Cups, King of Swords in reverse. Your future self is saying, Aries, that you would do well to just pull back on your emotions and see all of the paperwork and all of the financial arrangements through. They're saying that you may not take a lot of time to really dive into your emotions right now. But they are saying that you will maybe demonstrate some upside down King of Swords, some resentment, some manipulation. They're just saying to watch out for that because you really haven't addressed your emotions yet. You've kind of just been working on all the business part of it or the financial part of it. But your future self is saying here that you are hurt. You can't ignore that. And maybe there will be some time you need to take for yourself when all of this is over. Uh, I'm seeing this for someone. It doesn't have to be for everyone, but this ex-spouse, they might be pregnant. Um, if it's a woman, this ex-spouse might be pregnant, a feminine, they might be pregnant. You may hear about that. Or if your ex-spouse is not a person who can get pregnant, they're pregnant with the person that they had an affair with. That's just for someone out there. It may not be everyone. You may hear about that. What else? And your future self, what is your future self? I think your future self is saying, listen, it's time for you to reconnect with your spirit. It's time for you to connect with those things and those people, those practices that are important for you. You've gone through a huge betrayal. Whether or not it's been all of those things that are mentioned, your future self will say that you're going to find a lot of healing balm by just going back to your spiritual practices, remembering who you are. Yeah, and eventually starting something new, a new business, new job, career. So, Aries, if you resonated with any or part of this reading, could you give me a thumbs up? It's just a way that helped me grow this brand new channel. And if you like the way that I read, would you please consider subscribing to my channel? And if you click the bell, you get notified of when I upload new readings. If this is where we part, Aries, good luck with the future. I mean, it seems like Spirit is saying you have more life to live after this. Okay, honeys, take care.